Universal background checks are like North Korea's military exercises. They're kind of a joke. Like, we already have background checks. You buy a gun from a gun store, you have to have a background check. You buy a gun from a gun show from a vendor, they run a background check. Criminals don't buy guns from gun shops and gun show vendors for this very reason. So how about private sales? Well, let's see. If I'm a criminal looking for a gun, I'm either going to buy privately from another criminal or I'm just going to steal it. So tell me, what would a universal background check law do to stop that? You really think one criminal is going to require another criminal to have a background check to buy an illegal gun? You see what I mean? Just stop it already with this universal background check dog and pony show. Anti-gunners keep treating us like high schoolers with this universal background check nonsense. Like they're seriously using peer pressure to make us feel compelled to agree to universal background checks. They say things like the most reasonable, responsible, sensible, caring, understanding, loving, normal, average, everyday citizen thinks universal background checks are reasonable, and you should too. Or you're not reasonable, responsible, sensible, caring, understanding, loving, and a bunch of other guilt-inducing adjectives that will make you agree to the concept that sounds good on its face, but is essentially Trojan horse legislation. And then they have like 8 different names for universal background checks. Like, do they hold meetings every week and go through the thesaurus looking for another fancy euphemism to throw in front of the word background checks to distract us? At this point, they've essentially turned the gun debate into a Salem witch hunt. If you're not for universal background checks, it's like you said it's okay to kill babies. Here's the thing. How do you think they plan on enforcing universal background checks? Is it going to be on the honor system? Hey, Criminal Joe, did you get a background check to own that gun you brought from Criminal Sam? Think about it. How would a cop know I had a background check to own a gun without a national database with all of my information and the gun serial number to check it against? I mean, let's be real. I'm for background checks. We already have them. But I'm not for universal background checks that utilize a national registration of my information and the guns I own, because the trade-offs aren't worth it. You'll have a national database of non-criminal gun owners while the criminals pass guns around to each other like a Secret Santa office party. So thank you, but no thank you. If the government never plans to take away my guns, then they don't need to know what guns I own.